Hey guys, Chuck's back again. Let's turn this around the right way. Okay, what do we got? I found this covered up like that, and I saw a couple of electronic parts sitting here, which were these two. And I thought, I better pull those apart because I don't know what they're there for. Now, before I go any further, I'll tell you what I'm working on. I'm working on this large, it was a Xerox machine, so one of the larger versions of Xerox. I've already got three Nema 17s out of it and a Nema 23, which is over there, and all these circuit boards, and they're all covered. They've all got gold everywhere. There's gold there, there's gold in these, there's gold in fingers. So I'm just ripping it down for that. I've kept a couple of bits, I've thrown a lot of it. I'll just show you what I've thrown so far. I've thrown all that. This all came out of that. And the bottom part, this was so heavy it took 3 of us to get it on. I pulled the thing off using some rope and a method I used before. I haven't even got into the power supply area. I know there's another motor sitting behind there. It had a planetary gear body motor sitting in there as well. This one here. And this goes onto the back of it. That's quite interesting. And it had this beautiful fan just sitting there, and it's got all these fan ducts. It was very well made. It was made in China, but most of the parts are all all the parts are from overseas, from China. There is a lot of these buck boost converters. There's 2 on that board over there. There's 2 buck boost converters to the left, and also a driver transistor for another Nema, I would say. I pulled out a couple of these. I'm thinking this is a driver transistor for the Nema, and then you've got a FET and that here. And plus I think that is a driver because you've got those 2 buck boosts sitting here all ready to be used. There's a crystal sitting over here. All the memory's pretty old and shot, but you know, you pull them out and you've got some gold fingers sitting on the bottom of them, so you know, you can use them for something. So all good. A lot of batteries in here as well, the timer batteries. This was does discuss how you can use it for your work server. So that's that buck boost. There's another Nema 17, another Nema 17. Nema, there's the other Nema 23 there. It had filtration systems all through it. It has gold all through all the boards. It has, there's another board there. So that was a separate board to the other board. It was in there as well. It has a lot of these. I'm guessing these are some sort of driver for the Nemas. So at most, I think I've found there's about 7 on that one and 1 on the other one. So we'll see as I go. If I find another one, I'll turn on again and just show it to you. I don't think you want to watch the whole bloody lot. I think that'd be a waste of time. A lot of belts in here, a lot of gears. Most will end up at the recycle yard, but I did notice a lot of this, so I'll pull that out. A lot of heat shrink sitting in there that hasn't been shrunk, so that might come in handy. And there was 2 laser diode setups, one with an optical head and one without. One's a level 3 and one's a level 2, I think it was. Got to be careful with those. You don't want to be playing with them if you don't know what you're doing. The optical head had a filter on one side. I used to do it as a job years ago, playing with them things, so I'll be very careful with them. And lots of different type screws all the way through. You know, you've got all different ones ending up into the box. Lots of fans, lots of 12 and 24 volt fans. Now I don't know whether I can use 24 volt fans. If you guys can use 24 volts fans and you're in Central Victoria, give me a yell, because I'm sure I could drop them off to you. I'll take that off in a minute. So most of it I've gotten with the screwdriver on my drill, and some I had to use a torque head, which was, I think it was about 6 mil. Don't quote me on it. Is it 6 mil? No, it's 732. It's 732. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for the moment. We'll keep working on it. Hey guys, still working on this. Sorry about the music in the background, but that's another motor in the back there I've got to pull out. I've pulled out a couple of rails so far. A ton of copper, miles of it. That's off our last thing we were doing. And so far, and I haven't even opened the top bit yet, I have 4 motors. 2 Nema 23s and a Nema 17. I'm not sure about the last one. I think it's a Nema 17 as well, but I'm not 100% sure with that one. There's hard drives. If you look back here, there's 2 driver boards, and on the board over there, there's another driver, which is that chip there. So like you could rebuild these to do CNC with. This stuff's as hard as rock. I'll probably pull that apart. I'm not sure. This could be a handy little tool, working bench. It's on wheels, so that could be another option. And you could just get rid of everything else to the scrap guy. All the plastics ABS. Okay. So another motor just came out of that spot there. Just pulled it out. It's sitting in there. It wasn't even hooked in. Don't know if I had unhooked it beforehand, and it's got a spring hanging off there. So that was just sitting to move that around. So unbelievable. This is nuts how many motors are in here. And yeah, try and get the model. There's part of the model there, I'd say. This tray won't come out, but these drawers, I'm going to leave them in because they draw out and in, and I can actually take one of them out and make it into a single drawer and turn it into some sort of cupboard, maybe. That might be another option instead of taking it to the recycle, because it's just at the right height to use, so I can spin it around and put it on, put some tools on it maybe. Alright, we'll keep working on it. Hey guys, still working on this. This is the top cover where you put your sheets of paper in and they roll underneath, and you photocopy pieces of paper automatically. This is the Xerox. There's 1 motor, 2 motors. I'd say that's a 23. This is a 17, Nema 17, I'd say. It's actually Sanyo, but it'll be the same thing. And another one here. There's a small motor up there, another small motor down there, and a massive driver board here for five motors, all set up, and a beautiful stop switch, which could come in handy for another job. So we just have to unscrew it all. You'll end up with these 2 handles, these 2 hinges as well. I'm not going to bother doing all that down there. I don't think there's much down there that I really need, so I'll leave that. Although there could be, I did read there was a heat source, so I might pull it apart. There is a mirror there for scanning. So yeah, getting those things off. Don't try and cut them off. There's a way of doing that. I'll have to show it to you. But yeah, it'll come off quite easily. Well made, I've got to admit. This whole board was fully operational. So, and so was the whole photocopier. I've actually stripped that down now completely, except for the wiring loom. I've got to get that out. I'm trying to get it out. It's getting a bit hard to get the wiring loom out. I have down there, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 motors. 2 of them are Nema 23s, and the rest are, yeah, so all up there's, what, 12 motors of Nema quality, and the rest are all a different variety of DC motors. So we're going to have to work out some way of running these, and if anyone wants to leave comments, go ahead. Just told my horses I missed one, so there's 13 motors. Unlucky for some, but lucky for me. There's another one down there. So there's 1, 2, 3, and the one I took out, which is, I think I've taken over the others. No, there it is, over there. So yeah, a lot of motors in these things. There's one hiding under there. I don't think I'll find any more, but I will look. Hold on, I'm lying. There's 14. There's another one under there. Just under there. See it? Just hiding behind this loom. So that'll be coming out too. So in the top header, if you only want to pull apart one unit and only get one Nema 23 out of it, the top unit has 4 17s and one Nema 23. This is the old black unit. So yeah, good luck. If you're making CNC machines, this is handy. Hey guys, finally got this thing apart. There's all these motors here out of that machine. So there's 3 Nema 23s. I think they're all 3 Nema 23s. One's not a Nema, but I'm not sure what the difference is. There's a heap of 17s, different size 17s. Not 100% sure what that one is. Anyway, there's a couple more here. They're pretty much Seiko. There's heaps of driver boards everywhere. Another driver board over there. There's motors in here up to the yin yang, running off the side of gears. There's gold all over the place, and I've got to clean up the ink that I made a mess of. Other than that, I got this left over. I pulled apart the bottom drawers. I'm going to put some drawers in the bottom again, and I'm thinking I'm going to cut this, make it square, and I'm thinking that could be used for a CNC machine using those motors, but I'm not 100% sure. If you've ever tried doing this, leave me a comment, because I'm thinking that is what I'm going to do. I'll just show you all the rubbish that's all around. I've got to still finish that display. That's it. More rubbish over there. But this is what I pulled out of it. And some of those drawers might be going back in. Probably 2 of these will go back in there. But that's 2 wheelbarrows full of plastics and metals. Metal everywhere. This thing here is huge. I don't know whether I should pull that out just for a spare. Hold on to it. Anyone knows or uses any of this stuff, please leave me a message. I've still got to pull that out. I think there is a fan down the bottom. I might pull that fan out, and just because it's a 24 volt fan I could use. There is a massive power supply that comes with it. With this, that is the power supply there. It's just massive. It is a massive power supply to go with things like the fans and stuff. So that is in one case. Like, you get rollers, there's bloody drawers that you could use. There's all kinds of stuff. There's even that metal plate there that I might use for the base of the machine, and I'll screw it. Anyway, that's it from me. That's the whole of the strip down of a Xerox 2007 Xerox machine, which has so many Nema motors. You need to get hold of one if you can find one. Anyway, catch you later.